Hi guys. Hey. Lost connection. Oh, why does this look so filtered in this room? When I'm sitting in this room, in this spot, because this light behind me, I look extra filtered for some reason. I put an extra filter over my face. I've got Vaseline on the lens. I need to adjust it. Tips on how to stay consistent. Consistent with what, darling? Consistent with your new thinking. Just jump on top of your negative thoughts whenever you have them. Jump in with a new positive affirmation. Don't let them overtake your brain, darling. Loz, what should I affirm to get rid of my trust issues? I can trust everyone now. I can trust the people I love with my heart. I know now they're never going to hurt me. Those kind of things, darling. Hi, Loz. Is it true we need to put value into the world in order to manifest money? No, I know a lot of really selfish, really greedy, rich people. That can't be true. Molly, what are you doing? Dog is making strange noise. I know a lot of very selfish, very, very selfish, rich people who don't donate shit to anything. So, no. I don't believe so. But if you want to believe that, then it'll be true for you. That's just my belief. Let's hope my Wi-Fi will hold. Oh, good. How's it? Thanks for the invite. Oh, you're welcome. I'm scared of him to cheat on me. He did it once and it was so hard for me to heal. What should I do? Darling, if you're scared of him cheating on you, then I wouldn't recommend you go back to this person, because if you can't get that feeling out of your brain, then the whole relationship is doomed. Because if you can't trust them again, what's the point? I know that sounds really awful, but it's like people who are married and the person has an affair and they go to counselling and then one day the person just blows up because they've kept it in and kept it in and kept it in, and years later they just say, I can't trust you, because they never could trust them the whole time. If you can't trust them and you can't change that story and you can't understand that you caused it and you can't realise it's coming from your trust issues, find a new guy and just hope that your trust issues are better with that person. I know that's not the advice you want, but you have to get over it, darling. You have to forgive them. You have to. Otherwise, what's the point of trying to get that particular person back? There is no point. I'm just stopping by to say hello to the best people ever. I love you guys. Oh, Kat, how are you doing? Can you send me flowers? How do I keep my SP when he comes back, please? Kate Connolly, just what I just said. You've got to get rid of the old story about them. So if they cheated or they hurt you or whatever, you've got to get rid of it. You've got to forgive them, and mostly forgive yourself for causing it. Then, whenever they show up with the old them, anything that triggers you, you've got to understand it's your triggers triggering you, and they're not doing anything of the sort. They're not causing it, you're causing it. So there's no point reacting to them. You've got to respond. Responding means thinking before you fucking speak, thinking before you act. Not being triggered on the spot by your own childhood triggers that you haven't got over, by your own self-concept issues that you haven't changed. Nothing is about them. And if they come back and you get triggered, it's about you. That's how you change it when they come back. You've got to forgive them. You've got to treat them like they're a whole, fresh new person and forget the past completely. Someone said that today and it was a great point. See your SP when they come back as a whole new man, a completely different person, and get rid of that old story. I've made that mistake before, not getting rid of it, and it fucks everything up. Got it? What can I affirm if I finally want to change my life, find my person, and start a family? Well, just decide, darling, that you have a family, you have your person, and your life is completely changed. Oh my God, I can't believe the life I have now. It's so wonderful. I live in this beautiful house with my man. We've got this gorgeous baby. How life has changed for me. My whole life has changed. Start affirming that, darling. Please explain in a conversation. So you're literally doing it all day. Do you argue with your SP or mull over the breakup and the conversation you had? That's an inner conversation. You're doing it all the time. Do you have a conversation with yourself where you're telling yourself you're such an idiot for screwing it up? That's an inner conversation you're having with yourself. You do it with other people and yourself in your own mind all the time. Now you're just going to have a conversation that you do want. You love me so much, babe, don't you? When you were gone, you missed me. Oh, I missed you so much. I masturbated furiously about you every night. I can't stop thinking about you. Even now, even though I'm back, I can't stop thinking about you. Oh, good. Well, keep it that way. That's an inner conversation with your SP. Thank you so much. Do you keep affirming when your SP comes back? Yes, please. Don't stop. So many people have made that mistake. She cheated on me and it's her habit. I never manifested that shit. Well, darling, I'm sorry. You're lost as hell. You've clearly never been here before. You create everything in your reality with your habitual subconscious thinking. What were your fearful thoughts when you were together? Did you have thoughts of, I'm not man enough for her, or I'm not woman enough for her? I can't see if you're a man or woman. I can't trust her, or I'm not good enough, or you put them up on a pedestal and thought they were better than you, or you compared yourself to other people and you saw them as a threat or competition. That's why they cheated. Everyone is a manifestation of your thinking. Everyone is simply reflecting what you thought. If you're lost, please go to the Facebook group and watch number 25, then watch number 41, and also go to my TikTok and watch How to Manifest an Apology. It's a series with, I've got a white shirt on. It's probably halfway down the page. Go and watch it because you're very lost about how you actually created it. And if you don't understand how you created the cheating, you'll never be able to get the person back. And if you do get them back, you'll probably be triggered by them cheating again, and they'll cheat again. Simply how it works, darling. I'm really sorry to tell you. It's been a week since seen or spoken to SP, trying to give it good meaning and being vigilant with my thoughts. Good, Sarah. Don't, honestly, darling, please don't let it ruin your good work. Okay, people are trying to go live with me. Please don't let it ruin your good work. Okay? Just think she's playing hard to get. She's trying to make me suffer. I'll show her my self-concept is so on point. I'm not even going to let it bother me. I'm just going to get on with my life and wait for the call. Or call, or text or call her if you feel you can and you're in confident energy, darling. What does it mean if you manifest contact from SP but your ex pops up instead? That's called birds for land, darling. It just means your self-concept's working on everyone except your SP because you haven't got rid of the old story about your SP yet. Get rid of it. How to stop waiting for the manifestations and stop checking the 3D. Literally what you just said. Stop being in waiting energy. Stop questioning if it's coming. Imagine it's here already and stop looking. Guys, a lot of you look at the 3D. A lot of you look at it like it's real. I know it's a real mindfuck to get your head around the fact that it's not real. That's just a shadow. It's an echo of your old thoughts. But when you get your head around it, you won't look at it so much. Get off the socials. Block them if you have to. Go and take a walk when you're feeling triggered. If you're feeling like you want to call them or you're checking your phone, go and do other things. And affirm and work on your self-concept more than ever when you're in those moments. Take care, everyone. Got to go. Oh, bye, darling. I have been seeing my SP all over town. He is so close. Oh, good, darling. How can we fix something we didn't want and we manifested with old beliefs? How can we fix something we didn't want and we manifested with old beliefs? Okay, so now just think the opposite, darling. What were the beliefs you had? Now start thinking the new thoughts that are complete opposite of those shitty thoughts that caused that. And then don't doubt that you can undo it. You did it, so you can undo it. Can I manifest many things at once? Yes, darling, of course. I recommend it. Don't just be laser focused just on your SP. How can you get rid of old story about SP? I would recommend you sit down, you write it down. You write down the story of everything that started going wrong and the breakup, and then go and burn that shit, ceremoniously burn it or rip it into 1,000 tiny pieces and decide what the new story is, and either write it down or imagine it and only stick to that new story. And anytime you think old story thoughts, think new story, new story, new story only. SP has called to me to tell me that I should call him more often, but he's not actually calling me. SP has given a call to me to tell me I should call him more often, but he's not actually calling me. Oh, he's just trying to push you into masculine energy, darling. He's doing some kind of non-masculine energy bullshit where he's trying to push you. Is he a bit narcissistic, your ex, where he's like your SP, where he's trying to make you give him attention or something? He's an attention seeker, that's probably why. So get that feeling out of your mind that he needs attention constantly or he needs validation or he's insecure. Any of those thoughts you have about him, get rid of those because that might be why he's acting that way. Or he wants to be in control of everything, something like that. There's some thoughts you're having there that are causing him to do that, kind of pushing you to be a masculine energy thing, because a guy in his proper masculine energy wouldn't be doing that to you. He'd let you be in feminine energy and he'd approach you and chase you and treat you like the queen. Got it? Do you watch Create Your Future? Yes, that's a wonderful channel on YouTube, guys. I definitely recommend it. My SP said, stop manifesting me. I don't want you. How did he find out I'm so confused? Oh, I don't know, darling. Jesus. No idea. Does he know you're into manifestation? Did he read your mind? I have no idea, darling. But don't worry about what they said. It's literally your thoughts into their brain, out of their mouth. So maybe you put that thought in there that I'm manifesting you, I'm manifesting you, I'm manifesting you. And he's like, stop manifesting me. You put it in there. Stop worrying about what they said. It's just your old thoughts manifest, okay? Stopped contacting SP first and haven't heard from him since. Been nearly a month, I think. Well, Amy, look. You must have been in full masculine energy before. You were doing that a lot and he just got used to it. So I really need you to boss up into queen energy fully and just not worry about the fact that you did that before and you feel like you still have to do it. Just be like, well, I'm not going to be that girl anymore. I'm not that girl. Fuck him. I'm not going to be that girl. You have to fucking call me. Right? Get out of that girl that you were before who was in masculine energy. Put yourself in feminine energy and expect him to pursue you. I get adored. I'm up on the throne. I'm the fucking queen. You can call me, motherfucker. Contact SP and he didn't respond. Had a little spiral, doubting myself today. Look, guys, you will. If you contact them and they don't contact you back, it's really hard. Or you get a really cold response or whatever it is. It's a motherfucker. That's why I recommend you don't do it. That's why I say, guys, unless you are absolutely sure you're not going to spiral when you get the response you don't want, don't do it. That's why I say this, guys. Why do you think I say it? Because I know how this works. I've seen it too many times. So don't worry about it. Don't believe that you've messed it up. Just think, okay, well, that's my old thoughts still playing out. Clearly, I've got a lot to work on. I still need to work on my self-concept. I still need to throw away that old story that he doesn't love me. I really need to get rid of that. It's just the 3D is showing you what you still need to work on, guys. What do you still need to work on? What beliefs do you still hold about him? Get rid of it. I am so loved. I'm so wanted. I'm so trusted. Good self-concept affirmations. Yes, darling, say those if they work for you. If we affirm good things for others, will we be blessed tenfold? What is in it for us? I don't know. If you had the belief that you'll be blessed tenfold, it'll work for you. If you don't have that belief, it won't work for you. You could give to others and then think, fuck, I just give and they just take. It depends on what your belief about it is. But if you're religious and you believe in the Bible about tithing and all that fucking shit, and you think you have to give to get back, then you will be a giver. But you could also be a real overgiver who gives in expectation of return, and then you don't get the return, then you're disappointed, and all you've done is overgiving from a place of low self-concept, and that's not good. Depends what your belief is about them. Lois, people aren't happy that I'm telling people they can manifest their ex. Oh, Sasha, don't worry about these dumb bitches. You're getting more popular. That's why you're getting the dumb bitches. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of dumb bitches on here, Sasha. You are not one of them. You just keep doing your thing. Don't be bothered. I had an argument with a dumb bitch today. Fuck, she was dumb. Oh, God. And she said, people kept telling me she reckons she's a manifestation expert. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. There's some real manifestation experts on here who literally don't understand what they're saying, and here you are, you do, and then you're getting hate for it. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, darling. They're jealous. When the haters come, that means you're getting popular. How do you feel it real? You use your senses, darling. What you would hear, what you would see, what you would smell, what you would touch, what you would feel if it were true. However, if you can't do any of those things, you don't have to. You can just imagine it's done. Okay? Why do people say it's karma to manifest an SP? Because they're fucking dumb and they don't understand what karma is, that all it is thought reflection, which is all manifestation is. People talk about karma and manifesting. They're not understanding that thought reflection is reflected back. That's all karma is. You send shit out, bad shit to people, bad shit will come back to you. Karma's a religious belief. People are just using a word attached to it based on a religious belief, okay? From a certain religion. They're not understanding how manifesting works. There's a lot of dumb people on here. I Am Sasha Official is not one of them. I recommend you go to her account. She's one of the few people on here who actually knows what she's talking about in regards to manifestation. There are a lot of people. Let me just say this, guys, so you understand. If you come to my lives and you say, but people say, there's people on here saying, who are these dumb bitches you're listening to? Scroll down to the bottom of their TikTok and discover that at one time they were talking about makeup or skateboards or knitting or some fucking shit that didn't get them any views. And then one day they went on the For You page and they realised Affirmations 2021 was a trending topic, and they thought, I'm going to talk about manifesting. So they just watched everyone else's bloody manifestation videos and copied them word for word like people do with mine. Then they made their own fucking account, and now apparently they're a manifestation expert because it's trending. Be careful who you listen to, guys. Be very fucking careful. There are people on here with like 400,000 subscribers who do not have the slightest clue what they're talking about with manifesting. But because they've been here on here a long time, they've been on here for 4 years or 2 years, and they've built up a following, apparently it looks like they know what they're talking about, and they don't. The follower number does not equate to knowing what the fuck you're talking about. You're so right, I noticed that. Oh, look, there's some fucking dumb bitches. There's some Asian dude with glasses who sells manifestation candles. There's that dumb bitch with the blonde hair who just literally Googles everything and then regurgitates it back. There's people who word for word copy my shit and then pretend it's their shit. Then they slightly change it when I call them out. So we don't have to affirm for everyone. If I want, I can... What's this? I don't have to do... No, you don't have to affirm for everyone. Why would you have to do that? I love you. You're so wholesome. Oh, wholesome. God, Jesus, no one's described me as wholesome. But thank you so much. When it wants to be like stubborn. What's this? What are you talking about? I was thinking, if creation is finished, we are just jumping realities. That's make my brain settle. Yes, exactly. You're not actually creating anything. You're just going, I'm stepping into the state of married now because it's actually over there in a parallel reality. I'm just stepping into it. It's already done. What am I worried about? It's just over there. If you think about it that way, it seems a lot easier. Loz, I struggle to visualise, so is it okay to just say affirmations? Yes, darling. Maria's backtracking now and saying she didn't say you don't need affirmations. Oh, man. Is she now? Oh, she's funny. She cracks me up, that girl, honestly. Loz, drama between my ex had been occurring. Had been or is? Well, we all probably had drama, darling, at one point, which is how breakups occur. But what are you talking about now? Well, revise it, darling. Maria who? Oh, who fucking cares? She's an idiot. Maria is the worst. I agree. Do you have to write down affirmations? Please don't write them once. Here they are. There's my affirmations. And now think them or say them out loud. They are new thoughts, guys. They are not new writing. I know that Manifesting Kimberly gets up in the morning and she writes her affirmations out like Bart Simpson. And that works for her. If that works for you guys, do it. I'm not telling you to not do things if it works for you. I would prefer, though, that you think the new thoughts when the old thoughts pop in. No, it's occurring now. Well, Alex, revise it. If you're causing drama, you're fucking causing it. Why are you causing drama with your SP when you know you are the cause of the drama? You're causing the fucking drama and now you're starting fights with your SP. I fucking don't know why. And if they're starting it, you've got to understand, you've got to not react. You've been on enough lives to know that if drama is being caused somewhere, your thinking hasn't changed. What are you thinking? Why are you reacting? And if it's not you reacting, it's just him and you're standing there stumm, then you have to change your thinking. But I don't believe that. I believe you're causing fights. And that's what the drama is. So fucking stop that and mute yourself. I find the Maria Manifest page way too hard. Something's off with her. Oh, I'm just not going to comment. What's your Netflix login? Oh, I'm not telling you, darling. We don't have a clue what it is. Loz, please make a video about how to revise. I will. I have. I've made two how to revise. It's called How to Revise with a white heading across the top. Probably halfway down my page. It's got 2 parts, but I'll do it again. When you're manifesting an SP and someone asks if you're in a relationship, do we say yes or no? Look, that's hard, guys. I'm just going to mute this fuckwit. If you do that, guys, and people then ask you, and they ask you again, and you're lying, it's hard to... Hang on, I'm just trying to mute this moron. It's hard when you lie. So I prefer you just said, no, we're not together. And just say, no, we're not. And then change the subject. And then in your mind, you think, no, we're blissfully, happily married, okay? But it's harder when you lie. And then they'll go, oh, I thought you and John split up. And then they'll go look at the friend like, is she nuts? Is she losing her mind? It's best not to do that. I had a friend do that once out loud in a bar in front of a whole lot of people. Someone said, how's the dating scene going? And she went, I'm with my ideal man. And the whole bar was like, and he was like, I thought you were single. She's like, I'm with my ideal man. And my best friend and I were like, oh no, she's doing the acting as if, but she's doing it out loud like a fucking nut. And now she looks like a nut in front of everyone. Don't do that, guys. Did someone not get attention as a child? Oh yeah, trolls never do. I say, I'm seeing someone, but it's still new and on the down low, then they move on. Yeah, that's a good idea. My dance project is dance workouts to high vibe songs to get women into queen energy. So excited. Oh, I love that, Amy. What a great idea. You can put affirmations inside the songs or get them to say it while they're fucking dancing. Or think it while they're dancing. I'm queen. I'm treated like queen. I'm queen. I'm queen. I'm treated like queen. How to manifest spending time with SP on Halloween and before early October. Well, that's a time crunch, darling. If you really want the time crunch, then imagine Halloween together. Imagine a visualization sitting around a glowing pumpkin. I don't know. What would you be doing on Halloween? Imagine that. Loz, been dating a guy who is divorcing. I do not want to get into a situationship. Affirmations will stop thinking the divorcing is a problem. If you see the divorcing as a problem, it will cause problems, trust me. Okay? Stop seeing the fact that he's not over his ex, or there's drama, or there's babies, or there's kids, or whatever the fuck the problem is. Stop seeing it as a problem now. Otherwise, get out and find someone who's not getting a divorce. Trust me. Yep, female rappers and getting rid of old story, making women feel like confident queen. Oh, I love that, Amy. Love it. Mistakes from years ago. What's this? How do I firm against it? Well, that's what we're all affirming against that, darling. Mistakes we've made. Okay, beliefs we used to have, childhood shit. I was just watching a Brene Brown thing that came up just on my view page a minute ago, and she was saying The stuff that used to protect you doesn't serve you anymore. And when you get to middle age, it really fucks with you. And you think, all this armor ain't helping me anymore. Please go away. You are fucking my life up. From like late 30s onwards. And that's when you start taking your bricks down brick by brick and you think, oh God, these walls that have protected me don't serve me anymore. Okay, but if you've had mistakes in the past that you think have fucked up your life, go back and revise them. Go back to the moment where you had the car accident and someone got hurt, or you stole something and you ended up in prison, or you made the mistake and you said the thing that hurt the person. Go back and imagine you never did it, you never said it. See yourself differently, darling. How do you handle friends being extremely negative about SP? They keep asking, telling me to move on. Well, fucking change the subject, Marion. Some of you are full of shit, I think. Because if someone, when I've been in situations with an SP, brings it up, I change the subject. But a lot of you dwell, and a lot of you sit there and want to talk about it. But if you're saying you absolutely change the subject and you actually cut them off and you say, I don't want to talk about it, it upsets me, that's the best response to have, because if they're a true friend, they won't keep fucking talking about it, okay, then say that and they'll move on. But I don't believe you, and I believe that when you do that, you try and defend yourself, you want to talk about it, stop. Mute yourself. Say, I don't want to talk about it. It upsets me. Or you could say, it's really none of your business. Have some balls, guys, and stand up to your friends, because all they're doing when they say move on is repeating your old thoughts, repeating your old fears that haven't gone away yet. It's an echo of the shit you used to think, which is, I should move on. He's never coming back. That's what's coming out their mouth. So if you can't handle hearing your old fears out of someone else's fucking mouth, mute them immediately. And don't, and I repeat, don't continue the conversation, because it just snowballs and gets worse. Okay? My friend had become patronising since he got a boyfriend. Do I stop talking to her? Oh, look, some people become smug marrieds, okay, when they get in relationships. But that's because you have a belief that they do that. I know I used to do that. So girls that I knew that were eternally single would suddenly get in a relationship and all of a sudden they become so smug. Oh, you'll find someone. Oh, babe, this babe. And I felt like fucking punching them in the face. And then I realised it had nothing to do with them and everything to do with the belief I had, where I was jealous of them being in a relationship because I'd been single for a while and I couldn't handle watching other people in relationships. It really had nothing to do with them. So if they're being patronising, they're not at all. You have a belief that you're not enough when you're single and other people are in couples, and you're reading into what they're doing and they're not doing anything of the sort. So stop thinking they're doing that and they'll stop. Work on feeling good enough the way you are. That's what that's about, darling, okay? Should I keep living in the end while focusing on self-concept? Yes, darling. Okay, thank you, you're right. Well, yeah, exactly. Because I know, because I used to do that. Because I think, God, they're so fucking smug. I want to smack their faces in. And I think, oh, hang on, that's about me being jealous. I want a boyfriend. You know what I mean? I have a quiz tomorrow and I don't know a thing. What should I affirm? I passed my quiz. I was the winner of that quiz. I knew all the answers to the quiz. Loz, what's the difference between king and queen energy? King energy is more doing energy, okay? So a king can be on his throne and be admired by all the bitches, okay? But also masculine energy is doing energy. Feminine energy is being energy, okay? So you have to be brave enough and strong enough to pursue, to act, to do without feeling unconfident, and not feel unconfident about it. So king energy is stepping into the fact that you could be sitting there with your scepter and ordering people around, okay? And either people come to you and give to you, or you can act without feeling like you can't. Okay, you've got to have the confidence and the strength to act on your convictions and go about it in a way that with confidence. That's king energy. It's different. It's doing energy rather than being energy. Okay. Can we also manifest a change in our appearance? Absolutely, darling. Just affirm for what it is. What if I feel drained and not able to affirm? Well, darling, if you're feeling drained and unable to affirm, you're not affirming properly. You're affirming the LOA way. You're affirming with feelings, or you're trying to emote while you're doing it, or some dumb bitch has told you you have to feel positive all the time. I don't tell you to do that. If you're affirming that way, you're doing it wrong. You're meant to be doing it like this. I am so loved. John loves me so much. We are so blissfully happily married. Like you're telling a friend that it's true. If you're doing it other than that, in any other way other than just saying it like it's true, that's why you're drained. Stop doing it that way and you won't be drained. How to live in the end. Imagine a scene that would imply your wishes fulfilled, or affirm as if it's true. John and I are happily married. That's living in the end of married. I acted so weird towards my SP, and I don't know what he thinks. I don't see him that often. Don't worry about it, darling. Guys, if you read into your actions and you think you acted weird or you acted crazy, they'll think that too. Stop thinking that. Say, he loves how weird I am. He loves it when I'm a bit cuckoo. He thinks I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He thinks it's great. He thinks it's sexy and cute. He always brags about how crazy I am. He loves it. Think that. When I get asked about SP and I break up, I say, I created the breakup and we're starting clean slate now. Yeah, do that, guys. If you can handle saying it, say it. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Michelle. Guy told me he couldn't meet me for a first date and I told him probably best to leave things. Raging now. Well, darling, you caused that. What are you raging at him for? What are you getting angry at him for? You caused it because you probably have an expectation that guys are flaky and guys ghost you because in the past guys have ghosted you or disappointed you or hurt you and you have an expectation that they will, and yet again someone else has done it, probably because you have some abandonment issues from childhood or feelings like you're going to get rejected because you don't feel good enough in yourself, and now you're taking it out on this dude who barely knows you and he's going to think you're a fucking nut. Stop that. Hung out with SP and old thoughts showed up, but I struggle to revise because I don't visualize well. Darling, you don't have to revise with visualization. You can revise with an affirmation. Okay? We are so blissfully coupled up. He doesn't care what I say. He loves me anyway. Say those kind of revision affirmations, darling. Doesn't matter what I do. I can't mess things up. He loves me too much. He doesn't care if we fight, if there's drama. He's crazy about me. Those things. Hung out with SP. An old thought showed up. Oh, I saw that one. Melanie, do you understand what I was saying? Or have I deeply offended you? Not spoken to my SP in 4 months. How do I affirm he contacts me? Just start saying they're constantly calling and texting me. They're constantly coming towards me. I can feel their energy coming towards me. I can see the texts in my phone. I can feel them thinking about me, if that helps you. Loz, tips on staying disciplined while affirming. You don't need to be disciplined, guys. All you need to do is be disciplined in your thinking. When the old thoughts pop in, I don't want you to sit there on a schedule, affirming on a schedule, because that's what is exhausting you. What I want you to do is when you have a negative thought at any moment of the day, then do the affirmations. But what you're doing is you're doing it on like some sort of schedule or something and considering it a chore, and that's why it's not working for you. It's when you're thinking the old thoughts you have to jump in with the affirmations, guys. It's called a mental diet. What is your dwelling place? Where are you dwelling all day? You're dwelling in depression, and then on the hour, every hour you're firm, and then the rest of the day you feel fucking depressed because you've got old shitty thoughts. That's the time you should be affirming. Do subliminals work? I don't think so, because I don't know what they're saying. Right, make your own. So SP is pretty femme, even though he's a guy. I feel like I have to be the masculine one. I always ask first, well, just stop that. Stop it immediately and he will change. That's your belief. That's your assumption about him. And therefore, he'll be feminine and constantly assuming the role of the taker. And you'll be the overgiver and mothering him and pursuing him. And he won't be attracted to you at all. He'll take from you. And then one day he'll just go find a girl who's in queen energy. And he'll leave you for her. And he'll change. And he'll be in suddenly masculine energy with her. And you'll be like, fuck. And it's because of your thoughts and your energy that he's doing that. Got nothing to do with him. If you change into queen energy, he will react to that. I'm telling you right now, they go and find another girl and they step into the role of masculine energy and you'll be shocked as shit. And you'll think, my God, that girl's not an overgiver. She bosses him around and is a total bitch to his face and he fucking adores her because she was in queen energy. How do you ignore the 3D when affirming? You don't have to ignore it, guys. You can just accept it. Oh, wow, look at this shit I created. Look at this absolute shit show burning around me. Well, how about that? You don't have to ignore it, guys, but try if you can. Self-concept is key. Once you're in queen energy, things don't bother you. In the 3D, things bother you a lot less. Yep, so true. I'm trying to not focus on the 3D, but she commented on his picture, I want her to be gone, about how you're focusing on her and why are you even seeing... Look, guys, if there are people in your reality like a third party. Are you with this SP and the third party's still around? You've got to not see her as a threat. You've got to say, that bitch is no threat to me. She might be around in my reality. She might be a friend of his, but she's no threat. He loves me and only me. He wants me and only me. Blah, 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 blah. You've got to not see the bitch as a threat. You've got to take her completely out as competition. 100% true that, Loz. What am I saying? What did I say? How do you get into queen energy? You've got to stop giving. You've got to stop mothering, you've got to stop doing, and you've got to stop complaining, and you've got to stop telling them what to do, and you've got to stop coddling them, and you've got to stop goading them, and you've got to stop asking them, and you've got to stop questioning them, and pressuring them, and being needy, all that shit. Just do nothing. Seriously. Do a lot of nothing when you're in Queen energy. Don't overgive. Don't overplan. Don't pursue. Don't overtext. Don't overcall. Don't mother. Don't give advice. Do nothing. Let them do for you. Receive willingly. And feel good about it. And say thank you. And I appreciate you. And God, you're sexy as hell. And I love it when you do things for me. Thank you, babe. Do that. They love it. Are you not affirming on a schedule anymore? No. I just cancel my thoughts out because I realised that did not work for me because I did not stick to it at all. I got rid of my third party. They no longer like each other's pictures. She deleted all pics he gave her. Oh, wonderful, darling. Congratulations. What did you do? Tell us. How did you do that? When SP tries to trigger the old me, I think, bend a knee, darling, and try again. Oh, wonderful. Bend a knee. That's great. As a man, what energy should I have? King energy, darling. Confident energy, sitting on your throne, all your bitches around you. So if you're affirming contact from SP, but you want to live in the end, you should imagine being married. Yes, guys, imagine being married or living together or coupled up. Imagine the end. Married might seem like a stretch sometimes if you've been out of contact for like 2 years or something. You can say together that we're coupled up. When SP tries to trigger the old me, I love that. One of my posts has blown up on your page. Loz. Oh, which one? Well, which one was that? Well, which question did you ask, darling? Was that the one where you said about a third party? And I said, fuck that bitch. And everyone's saying, stop saying bitch. You're so rude. You're so rude about women. How dare you say that about women? Oh, it got on the wrong side of TikTok, that video. Is that the one you're talking about? It fell right on the wrong side of a whole lot of dumb bitches. It got real fucking offended. Real sensitive. And I don't want him back. He can keep her. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. How did you people get here? Is that the one you're talking about, darling? How do you affirm to leave the friend zone? You've got to stop thinking about yourself as not good enough to be the girlfriend or boyfriend. Work on your self-concept, darling. It's all about you. I don't feel good enough. They don't want me badly enough. They like other girls. I'm not enough for them. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not this enough. It's all those things. Do men have better self-concept than women, or is that just masculine energy? No. There's men with appalling self-concept. I know a lot of men with appalling self-concept. It just depends on the individual, darling. I have been having a lot of intrusive thoughts when doing self-concept. I know, darling, it's called your subconscious is fighting you. Keep going. On Facebook about telling yourself that you're a powerful creator. On Facebook about telling yourself that you're the powerful creator. Oh, you put a post on my Facebook page? That's what you're talking about? Oh. Can my overthinking... I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Can my overthinking accidentally manifest something? Yes, so stop doing that. And stop thinking your overthinking will manifest. My negative thoughts never manifest. I'm in full control of my mind. I control this reality, and what I say goes. So if I overthink, it's never going to manifest because I said so. Say those things, darling, if it worries you. Is manifesting basically saying affirmations, believing and imagining? Well, it's imagining and saying affirmations, which is new thinking. So it's new thought, imagining new things, which are like scenarios or scenes or visualizations, and stepping into the state of being what you want already, having it already, being that now. I am that. It's really that. The belief comes later. You don't have to believe it yet, but as you imagine, as you affirm, you will slowly start to believe what you are now imagining and affirming. Don't try and believe it. Watching Create Your Future and Loz at the same time. Are you? I love Create Your Future. How to manifest confidence. Just start saying, I am so confident in my own skin. When I walk in a room, everyone takes notice. People love hearing me talk. People love looking at me. I'm so admired. All those things. Who are your favourites on Create Your Future? I think Arnie is hands down the best coach on there. Hands down. Then Katie. Then I think the new German girl called Anna's very good. I think it's Anna. Not Uli, Anna. I think she's very good too. But they're all really good. I just get more from some than others. And Amanda's excellent, obviously. What's the difference between law of attraction and law of assumption? Law of attraction isn't a thing, darling. People think law of attraction is the thing simply because the law of assumption, which all it is, the law of assumption is your subconscious mind manifesting, okay? I don't even call it the law of assumption. It's just the law. It's just the way your brain works, okay? So your subconscious mind has habitual thoughts, constant thoughts. They never turn off. You have like 70,000 a day, and they get sent out, and then people in your reality reflect those thoughts, and then that's what manifests your reality because people move to make your manifestations so, or your thoughts so, because they reflect back the thoughts you were once thinking. That's all manifestation is. And if any dumb bitch on here is telling you that law of attraction is a thing, that you're attracting things, they simply don't understand how their subconscious mind is literally sending out thought by a thought transmission or telepathy all day long, and people are reflecting it back. That's how everyone's mind works. Law of attraction is not a thing. You're not sending anything to a universe that makes decisions for you, or a higher power that determines if you can get your SP back or this or something better. Nothing outside of you is determining. You are the power. Your subconscious mind, your wonderful human imagination is what manifests. And if anyone tells you any different, tell them to come on live with me and argue, because they're a moron. Anna is German. Is Anna German? Or am I getting that wrong? I thought Anna was German. Or maybe I'm getting her confused with Uli. Hi, Megan, darling. How are you? You've been doing so well. I keep seeing all your posts on Facebook. I haven't been in touch. I'm sorry. I've been terrible. I've meaning to get in touch with you, but I know you're very busy, so I haven't bothered you, darling. Your hair looks so great, Lois. Oh, thanks. I don't know what happened today. It went good. How do I manifest him back? Well, that's a fucking big, long question, darling. Go to the Facebook group and watch number 25 about changing your self-concept. Then watch number 41 about changing the old story, and then get back to me. I lost my power. When I see she has a man, what do you suggest? Okay, look, guys, if you see them with a third party, it can really throw you. And for a while there, you'll spiral and your whole world will go into a pit. I understand. But I want you to understand that you created that other man. Did you have any thoughts when you were breaking up or after you broke up that she would find someone else? That someone might be better than you? That someone might be a better option? That's how that guy turned up. You've got to change all those thoughts, and that's about your self-concept, darling, of not feeling enough for her. I am more than good enough. I am the only choice. I have always been chosen and wanted. Who wouldn't want me? Those things. And forget about the third party. I won a huge award 2 weeks ago in LA. Oh, I have a ton of celebrities working with me now. My business is thriving. Oh! Well, that's why I haven't been in contact with you, darling, because I saw how busy you were. Hooray! Love it. I attracted amazing friends around me. Oh, wonderful, darling. Oh, I'm thrilled for you. Loz, I went to fortune teller and she said, he ain't the one. Can I turn it around? Guys, a fortune teller is not telling your fortune. They are literally reflecting your thinking. Who cares what that bitch said? Just change it. I even ran into Nani last week. Oh, did you? And guess how I handled it? Well, like a queen, darling, obviously. Amazing. Message SP about something random. She replied, but old story, making me worried she won't reply again. Message SP about something random. She replied, but old story, making me worried. Okay, so if they reply but with old story and then you start getting worried, you're just snowballing that worse and worse and making it worse, darling. Just stop. Stop snowballing your mind, stop spiraling, and think, she loved hearing from me. Okay, so the old thought came out, but that's my old thinking. I'm not going to be triggered. I'm just going to get on with my day, and I'm going to think the new thoughts now that I want to hear from her. That's just your old thoughts manifest. Just be like, okay, well, I clearly have things to work on still, because she's still reiterating the old story. I clearly have work to do. Think that, darling, and go and work on it. And don't worry about what she's doing right now. Just concentrate on you. I know that's hard, but do it. Loz, I had massive movement with SP. Oh, Jazz! What happened? Tell us. Amazing. Should I stop thinking about the people who own the house I want and just live in the end instead? Yes, darling, please stop thinking about those dumb bitches. Can you manifest physical changes in appearance? Yes, darling, just focus on what it is you want and imagine you have it already. I love my tiny waist. I love my juicy ass. I love my glowing skin, whatever it is. I work as a psychic. It's so interesting using the law as part of my sessions now. Clients, wonderful, darling. Yes, of course. I mean, you know all about it, so you are. How to manifest unemployment for someone. You want them to be unemployed? Why would you want that? You want them to be not employed because they don't want to be employed? Only do something for them, guys, that they would want. That's the golden rule. You don't want to make someone unemployed on purpose to hurt them. I wouldn't do that, darling. That would reverberate back and bite you in the ass. He invited me over to his house. He was so affectionate to me. I'm so happy. Ah! Wonderful, darling. I just want to make her jealous, but it will affect my manifestation. Yes, please don't do that. I think they're a troll. Who? Why would you do that? I'm affirming that Loz is giving away a one-to-one and I'm going to win it. Well, maybe I will when I do the courses. When I release the courses, I'll give away some one-to-ones when you buy the course. My sessions change. I see where they're at and then mentor them to change their thoughts. Oh, wonderful, Ashley. That's great. I didn't hear your answer. Can you answer again, please? I said, stop worrying about the third party. You literally manifested that dude with your insecure thoughts about you being not good enough, darling. You've got to change that thinking about you. That's how you created that dude to turn up. Because you thought you weren't good enough for her. You thought she didn't love you. And ta-da, she found someone else. I walked right past her when she tried to say hi to me. My self-concept got too good even for her. Oh, my my God, Megan, I can't believe it. You walked right past her? Oh my God. I'm shook. I'm shooketh. SP said he doesn't want a girlfriend until 2024. Affirmations against this. He is mine. Darling, who gives a shit what they say? That's just some old belief you have about this guy does not want to commit. He wants to play the field. What are your beliefs about him? Get rid of those. He loves me and only me. He can't imagine his life without me. 2024 is too far away for him. I love you, Loz. Oh, thank you, darling. How to have an SP begging you back. Say, he's begging to be with me. He's begging to see me now. He can't be without me. He's lost without me. His life goes to shit without me. He needs me. He falls apart without me. Say those things, darling. Thanks, Megan, darling. Period. Thank you, Loz. Okay, good. How have you been, Loz? Any updates on your own manifestations? Not really, darling. I just need to get my shit together with getting my website together and the videos and shit. That's my problem at the moment. I'm such a procrastinator. I just am very, very bad at doing one thing at a time. So I've been doing moving house stuff, and now that's all sorted. And then there was cleaning the old house stuff and dealing with bond and technicians, like handymen and shit for a couple of weeks. Then there's now I've got to sort out my business stuff, like getting my company stuff all sorted because I let that lag. And now I've got to work on the website and shit. So that's why I haven't got back to you, darling, because I'm really, really bad at doing, I can only do one thing at a time. I cannot multitask. I'm like male like that. I have a new SP, but it comes with a twist. I don't know if you're ready for it. Oh my God, what is it? Well, I'm always here and ready to work with you. Oh, darling, but I thought you wouldn't be because I thought you'd be too busy. But thank you. I'll get back to you, I promise. Loz, she's making me jealous on purpose. I want to do that too. Oh. Did you hear a thing I said? If you go and make her jealous on purpose, it'll just backfire in your face because you're doing it to get a rise out of her. Guys, when you do that and you don't get the response you want, it triggers you and then you get spiral and then you're upset. I wouldn't do that. Loz, what's your company? I'm calling it, what have I called it? Waking Dream Proprietary Limited. That's what I called the company. Thanks, Megan, darling. Loz, do you do one-to-one sessions? Yes, Ashley does. Get in touch with her, guys. Yay, it's spiteful. Yeah, don't be spiteful, guys. Yes, I will affirm I multitask. Aren't I a wonderful multitasker? I'm so good at not procrastinating. I get everything done on my to-do list every day. I can multitask. I am an excellent multitasker. Good idea. I'm going to say that. Loz, you're so beautiful. Oh, Emmy, thank you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What is the question? Can't see anything. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, what's the problem? My SP reacted to my story yesterday. Oh, did he? Oh, thanks, Sasha, darling. Guys, everyone go to I Am Sasha Official. She's an excellent account about manifesting. The girl with the red hair. She's so pretty. I didn't hear your answer. I gave it to you. Hang on, guys. How to manifest better sleep. Fuck, I need that at the moment. That's what I need. I keep waking up at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. At the moment, it's going from 4:30 in the morning to 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up this morning. Then I go on TikTok. I watch Gabby Petito stuff. Then I lie there till 5 a.m. thinking, fuck, I've just been watching YouTube and bloody things. And then I go back to sleep. I've got to stop affirming that's happening to me at the moment. Something's going on with my brain where I'm not getting the right amount of sleep. Just say, I sleep right through the night. I don't wake up until my alarm goes off. I have the most blissful night's sleep. I'm so refreshed when I wake up in the morning. That's what I'm going to start saying. I sleep right through the night like a baby. Like a wonderful, well-behaved baby. I've been working 20-hour days. I'm so tired. 20-hour days? Holy shit, darling. Jesus. I've been hooked on the Gabby Petito stuff too. Oh, look, it's addicting because, I hate that word addicting. Is that an actual word? People use that now. I thought addictive was the correct word. But anyway. Because there's so many elements of it that make it like the perfect storm for a story, because they already have all the footage of all her YouTube stuff and her Instagram and the TikToks and everything, so they have so much footage to show you. Plus she's a pretty white girl. Plus he was an asshole. Plus they have the altercation with the police. Plus he drove the car and then disappeared. Plus, got this fucked up family, and it's a perfect storm for a story that we're all intrigued in because we desperately want to get justice for her, because she also had the personality that seems so sweet and innocent, and that's why people are so angry. Because when you watch her, when I first watched that police footage, I cried my eyes out when I saw her apologising to him. And I got tears in my eyes. I thought, this poor girl, oh my God, she's in a full abuse case here. And I was going to make a video about it, about showing how he was a narcissist and she was in a narcissistic abuse, and what she'd been doing when hitting him was reactive abuse. And I was going to do it. This is before she was found. And I thought, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of this because I don't want to look like I'm trying to get clout or ambulance chasing. But I wish I'd done it, because a lot of people were commenting saying, oh, she hit him and she's the abuser. And I was thinking, are you fucking joking? You people can't see this. How can you watch this poor girl and see how innocent she is and how she's apologizing for this asshole? And she's been clearly in an abusive relationship for years. And that's where people are really, and because of so many women have been in abusive relationships and men, it's tugging at their heartstrings as well, because they can see themselves in her. I think that's why it's such a big story. Every word she said was true. Oh, it's so sad. Your hair looks so voluminous. Well, that's because I've been affirming I have wavy, voluminous hair, darling. Thank you. Dog, what are you doing? Look at this fucking dog. You're annoying the light. You're making the light move. Can you see the people? Can you see yourself? She's knocking the light. How do you tell if a man is a narcissist? They'll love bomb you. They'll give you heaps of attention at the beginning. They'll make it all about you. They'll turn into you, basically, and have all the same interests as you, okay? And they'll over-compliment you and blah-de-blah-de-blah, and then slowly when you're hooked, they'll start taking all that shit away. That's a narc. And they'll gaslight you and all kinds of crap. And then you just got to stop seeing them that way. But the way you end up with a narcissist, guys, how to stop this is, don't be an overgiver. Don't be someone who can't see people who they really are. Have better self-concept. Don't be an overgiver. Don't put people on a pedestal. That's how you avoid narcs in the first place. My SP was never a narc. It was all my subconscious. I did stuff and he's sweet now. Yeah, look, you can change them. It's very easy. But when you realise it was you doing it. But look at her demeanour. She has, well, first of all, she comes from a family of divorce, very young. So she's got step parents. So she probably has a belief about relationships that fighting is normal, arguing is normal. Breakups and getting back together are normal because of her parental situation, I would imagine. I'm just making that up, but I imagine that's so. Because the way she talks about fighting, oh, we were fighting all morning as if it was normal to be fighting, was very interesting. Not like, oh my God, we never fight like this. She never said we never fight like this. She was talking about it like that was a normal thing in life, and it's not. That's the first thing. Second, she's very innocent, very loving and caring, and put him up on a pedestal, admired him, was very invested in the relationship. Okay, probably more than him. And just a very innocent energy that probably believed everything he said and did was true. I have a sister who's a narc, unfortunately. Well, stop thinking she is, darling, and she won't be. My self-concept is on point that yesterday I was stopped by 2 police officers to tell me I'm pretty, lol. Oh, really? Stopped by 2 police officers? Jesus Christ. Your analysis of the case is so interesting, so sad. Oh, yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Thank you, darling. Loz, how far down are your revision videos? I can't find them. Oh, I don't know, darling. It says how to revise or what is revision, something like that. With the white heading going across, probably halfway down. What if they told you they don't love you anymore? Is it possible to stick it back together? Look, guys, when they say things like that, it's your belief out of their mouth. Do you believe they don't love you? Did you think that at any point? That's why. It's totally salvageable. Don't think that they don't love you. I manifested my boyfriend to say, you're a goddess while we were making love, Loz. He said that yesterday. Oh, you're a goddess whilst making love. Oh, spicy. Wonderful. Loz, my love, can you please go a bit more in depth in sleep affirmations? All it is, guys, is I want you to record your own, because I don't believe that the Dylan James ones are specific enough to you if you have deep-seated issues. If your issues aren't that deep, just go and listen to his Master Manifestor one or something and it will make a difference to you. But if you've got very specific stuff like abandonment or feeling defective or thinking you're not good enough in some way and it's very, very deep, you have to make up your own. And I want you to sit down in your voice memos or any kind of thing where you can actually record your affirmations and put them on loop, maybe have 10 or 12 or, and then leave a gap after each one and quietly say them or softly say them into your thing. Not loud, like, I am loved and wanted. You don't want to listen to that all night. Okay, not rushed. And then play them back, put them in VLC and loop them. And the reason for this is your monkey mind has kind of switched off and your subconscious is open during the night because you're not thinking conscious thoughts as much because you're asleep. And the thought is, and the the kind of thinking behind it is because of that, your mind is more open, your subconscious, to hearing these thoughts. I've got to go soon, guys. Oh, Megan, thank you for all the roses, darling. You are literally describing my parents. My dad is a narcissist and my mum does everything he wants. Yep, that was my parents' marriage. Without getting something in return, how can I change that? So I was an overgiver always my whole life, because my mum is. My mum's whole way of loving is overgiving. Right? So I've always been an overgiver in relationships. I've always been the pursuer, the doer, the advice giver, the gift giver, the person doing until I worked it out. Okay, but also I attracted people who are all about themselves, talk about themselves, be super vain. I've attracted many vain guys. Okay, guys who flirt with other women, etc. Okay, or have other women, because I don't feel chosen. So that's another thing. So you've got to stop. You've got to separate what your parents' relationship was like with what you actually believe relationships should look like. Okay, if you want to change that, and you've got to change the thoughts about you, the self-concept thoughts that have been developed from seeing that, and change it into the new self-concept that isn't like that. Guys, what happens if someone else is manifesting your SP? Absolutely nothing, darling. They're in their reality doing what they're doing. Did Neville talk about quantum jumping, parallel realities? No, he didn't talk about it in that way. He never talked about parallel or quantum anything. He talked more about states. He just said the state you're in. He just talked about states. I recorded my self-concept affirmations with soft manifestation music so I could sleep better. That's a great idea, Sammy Ann. Yeah, the ones with beautiful. Just get one of those sleep trap things that's on YouTube. Let you know the 24-hour ones. Just play and then record your affirmations whilst listening to it, and it's nice and soft. I've done that before. It really works. Circumstances don't matter. Absolutely. My birthday is coming up. How do I affirm to have a great time? My birthday. I had such a great birthday. My birthday rocked. Everyone loved my birthday party. Blah, 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 blah. All those things. Loz, my birthday is coming up. I saw that one. It's tricky to translate I am chosen in German. Ich bin gesomethinged. I don't know what chosen is. I am the choice. What would you say if I am making a choice? Like you would say, ich wolle this, right? You would say, they choose me. Loz not speaking German. Sorry. Ich bin auserwählt. Ich bin auserwählt. Is that it? I don't know. Auserwählt. There you go. Or wählt. Wählt? I'm saying it wrong. Ich bin auserwählt. Ich bin die Beste. Yeah, the best as well. Chosen. Ich bin Nummer 1. Ich bin Nummer 1. Ich bin the number 1, the priority. Ich bin die erste Wahl. Yeah. I'm the first choice. Oh my fucking God, SP just messaged on Facebook his SIM card has shut itself. Seen that? You freak out and then you hear a meaning like they're camping or his SIM card has shut itself and you gave it all bad meaning that he was ignoring you and now you find out he didn't have a fucking phone. Please stop. I've been affirming all day that his phone was dead. Oh, have you? Well, you did that, darling. So that's why I wasn't messaging you. Wonderful. Loz, with new SPs, there is a 36-year age gap. What are your thoughts? What do you think is best for me? Darling, look at, what's her name I'm trying to think of? My friend's trying to call me. I better get off the phone. Off the live. What is her name? Sarah Paulson. Sarah Paulson is in a relationship with a woman who is that kind of age gap. What's her name? She's a famous actress. And she's way older than her. They have the best relationship and no one bats an eye. Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. Exactly. So see yourself, you are Sarah Paulson. Who gives a shit, darling? It's only a problem if you think it is. Stop thinking it's a problem. It's not. Got it? I've got to go, guys. People are calling me. My friend's wondering why I'm not having a drink with her, like I said I would. My SP is 15 years younger. It doesn't make any difference, guys. Age is not an obstacle unless you think it is. All right, good, Megan. Okay, guys, I'm really going to go. Please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I go live twice daily. Put the notification bell on so you get notified, even though sometimes TikTok's really fucking unreliable. So go to the Facebook group, and I do give you warning in there, in the Subconscious Laws Facebook group, that I am going live about 15 minutes before. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. See ya.